Welcome to Talking Climate with Katherine Hayhoe. Each episode, we explore how climate change is affecting the people, places, and things we love, and what we can do to make a difference. From science to solutions and stories that inspire, you're in the right place for real talk about real change. This week, we're talking about how beavers are saving the day, but amphibians can't take the heat, plus how birding is a climate action. Good news. I love how natural climate solutions can often be better and cheaper than technological ones. Just take what happened in the Czech Republic recently. Plans for a new dam on the Klobava River, just south of Prague, have been in place since 2018 to help protect critical habitat and endangered crayfish. But the project ground to a halt after hitting bureaucratic delays. Meanwhile, a colony of beavers took things into their own paws, building a series of dams in the same locations the engineers had planned to. The dams created a wetland that covers almost 5 acres, saving the Czech government some 1.2 million euros. Bohumil Fischer, the head of the birdie protected landscape area, said, "It's full service. Beavers are absolutely fantastic. And when they are in an area where they can't cause damage, they do a brilliant job." Professor Alastair Driver, a rewilding specialist and the former head of conservation for the UK Environment Agency, says, "Beavers are brilliant ecosystem engineers and can transform habitats for a huge range of other species. I spent decades of my career in the UK re-wiggling rivers and installing leaky dams. Beavers do it for free, 1,000 times better than people like me ever did." Beaver ponds are a haven for wildlife, including fish, amphibians, and birds, and their dams improve water quality, as well as providing flood and erosion control. And that's not all. The wetlands built by beaver dams sequester carbon, which helps mitigate climate change. For more on how beaver dams work, I've linked a fun stop-motion video from Dr. Emily Fairfax from the University of Minnesota in the description. Not so good news. Frogs and other amphibians can't take the heat. And as the planet warms, it's putting these important species at risk. Amphibians, including frogs and salamanders, are cold-blooded. This means they depend on their surroundings to maintain a stable body temperature. On especially hot days, they look for respite in the shade, in water, or even underground. But what does life for them look like on a warmer planet? Patrice Potier, an ecology researcher at UNSW Sydney, tried to answer that question in a study published this month. He writes, "There is a limit to how much heat amphibians can tolerate. This is called the critical thermal maximum. 2% of the world's amphibian species are already too hot," this study found. If temperatures climb 4 degrees Celsius, almost 400 species, or 1 in 13 amphibian species, could reach the limit of their heat tolerance. And since most amphibians aren't able to migrate away to cooler temperatures, they will simply die off if their environment becomes too hot to accommodate them. What you can do. Get outside and go birding. Birding is the original Pokemon Go. It teaches us how to begin noticing and appreciating other living things that surround us every day. In the words of legendary birder Victor Emmanuel, who passed away this spring in Austin, Texas, "Birds are very alert. They are aware of any movement. Watching them, we become more alert. We notice everything: the shape of clouds, a change of wind, drops of water that become more like prisms. It gives us a different life." Tariq S. is a policy expert who works for the Nature Conservancy, and he's also a birder. Last year, he went for what birders call his big year, the year that you spot the biggest number of bird species in one specific geographic area. Tariq ended up breaking the record for Cook County, where he lives, spotting 294 birds in 2024. His 294th species was the short-tailed shearwater, which, as he explains, is a Pacific seabird you would not expect to see in Chicago. People support climate action because of love for their kids, future generations, the things and places they cherish. Spending time in nature, doing the things we love, helps build that connection. And birding is easy. All you need is a pair of binoculars and a website, an app, or a book to help you identify the species you see. So why not give it a try this week? Thanks for listening to Talking Climate, narrated by Ann Cloud. For more resources, links, and actions you can take, check out the full newsletter at www.talkingclimate.ca. Remember to use what you learned today to start a conversation this week. Until next time, keep the conversation going, because Talking Climate is where change begins.